Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm thrilled to welcome you to all awareness workshop, which is being organized from National Innovation Dialogue by Youth. My name is Kriti, and I'm from Seventh Sense Talent Solution. Without any additional delay, let's extend a warm welcome to Mr. Aditya, who is a founder of Cibos Techno Solutions Private Limited. Aditya, welcome to the awareness workshop.
Thank you so much, Kriti. Thank you so much.
I was a participant last year, and also I had been very active during the Springboard program. So, in order to brief about Youth Collab India, it is co-created in 2017 by UND City Foundation and Atal Innovation Mission, which aims to nurture the youth at startup in the between the age group of 18 to 29. So, if you are a startup or an innovator looking to expedite your business growth, we encourage you to apply for Youth Collab. So, you can join this incredible opportunity and become a part of this enriching experience. The agenda of this workshop is as follows. So, you immerse yourself in Aditya's entrepreneurial wisdom with Cibos Techno Solution. So, you can also discover the strategic roadmap that can lead to the entrepreneur journey. And you also can gain insider insights and valuable advice from Aditya for navigating the challenges and seizing the opportunity. So, my first question to you, Aditya, is could you share with us the story behind the founding of your startup and what inspired you to start this venture?
Definitely, definitely. Thank you so much for the question. For me, the story is very simple here. I love to eat street food, and that is where the story starts. So, street food has always been like something which I've always dependent on, and that's something I love to eat for its flavors, for everything else. And so for me, the whole idea was that okay, how do I help street food vendors who are more than 10 crore in India uh, get more revenue, be more legit, be more better in terms of their products, services, even their finances. How do I help them? And that is where our first idea, that was Lari, is started. That okay, let's provide them better modular infrastructure, which makes it easier for them to go ahead and sell street food anywhere, however they want. So Lari was born then, and then eventually when we crossed around 100 customers, we understood that infrastructure is not the only problem. The major problem is technology. How do we provide these street food vendors a better technology so that they can actually use modular infrastructure or whatever they want in a better terms? So that is where Cibus was born. That is where Cibus currently works in three main areas. One, modular lightweight infrastructure for street food vendors, which is the sector we called in Lari. Then we have battery operated heating and cooling solutions. So just imagine like induction cooktop. Similar induction cooktop running on a battery for 6 hours. You don't require any power point. And then you can also charge it via solar. So basically, clean energy was one of the focus there. And eventually, also working on the third aspect, which is finance. That okay, battery operated heating and cooling solutions you already have. How do we enable them with finance? So NBFCs and everything else comes into play. So these are the three legs and a very brief journey of Cybers per se.
Very interesting. So, my second question is like every entrepreneur faces the challenges at the outside. What were some of the initial hurdles you encountered when you started establishing your startup, and how did you overcome them?
So, one of the biggest and initial hurdle was to understand what exactly works. So, in technical terms, they call it reaching to a product market fit, and that was a biggest problem because we as individuals have a lot of assumptions going on in and around that. Okay, this is what would work, this is what won't work, whatever it is. And that is where we know that okay, if we validate it with the right customers, it makes sense. So in the start, we were able to offer a lot of services because we know how supply chain can work effectively. But at the same time, we were not able to get more sales, and that's where we understood that we are not solving an actual customer problem. We're just solving some figment of our imagination. So that is where we went back, understood what is required, and came back with it. Yes.
Okay. So my next question is, what were some of the key highlights or moments that stood out to you during the Youth Collab journey or participating
So,
with in Youth Collab initiative?
so Youth Collab was very interesting for us, at least all the sessions which we were able to attend. We were not able to attend everything, but yes, the the highlight, if I say, was pitching. The mentor correlation and pitching was the highlight, where we were allotted mentors to talk with them, to understand and to see how we can refine our pitches. The best part was one-on-one communication with them, an open line of communication which gets us unadulterated feedback from them and which helps us very much in longer terms. So that was one of the best part which we were able to see. Yeah.
So do you think that one-on-one mentoring helped you a lot in your journey in Youth Collab?
It definitely did. It definitely did. Unlike all other programs where everyone has guest speakers, fellowship sessions, and all of them, one-on-one mentoring is something you'll find rarely. And when we get that, it becomes very easy for us to create that relationship, nurture that, and take it forward with that mentor, where it helps us immensely. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. So moving on to the next question. So for young innovators or startups considering for Youth Collab to apply, so what advice would you give to them?
So, my key advice for Youth Collab would be, if your innovation, your idea falls under the theme, there are three themes this time, and it falls under them. Please do apply. The reason is very simple, that support which you get is unparalleled. Also, the network and connections. So, in Delhi, when I was there at the end of the program, which was a great meeting of network of Youth Collab, Atal Innovation Mission. So I think three things which I would like to put in forward for people who are actually planning to apply. One, see if your work falls under the theme you are able to create enough impact. Second, articulate your innovation in a proper manner. And third, all the things which happen during the program. So yeah.
Okay. My next question is, so are there any specific strategies or tips you found particularly helping in navigating the Youth Collab program?
Sorry, Kruti, I lost you for a minute there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll repeat my question. I repeat, are there any specific strategies or tips you found particularly helping in navigating Youth Collab?
One strategy was to show up. We all have, when we are a growth stage founder, we all have very immensely packed routines where we are running through all of them. A lot of them are solo founders apply. So be it finances, say like whatever it is, we all have a very packed routine, and showing up is something which, after the program, which I found that if this is something done, it provides immense value. So you are able to get everything out of the program. So showing up is one. Second is using the network to its fullest. So idea is to pitch everything you have to the right people and see what comes up. So get unadulterated feedback. That's the third.
Very true. My next question is like beyond your own journey, like how do you believe initiatives like Youth Collab contribute to the broader entrepreneurial ecosystem and community? How does it
Uh,
help us?
in terms of broader entrepreneurship, because when I understand it as a community leader before a startup founder, or someone who in a startup ecosystem was very active a few years back, for me, it helps people understand the importance of entrepreneurship. That's one. Second, it also creates that support system within the entrepreneurs. So when I see a lot of entrepreneurs on an early stage thinking to give up, they get that sense of hope, sense of opportunity, which actually helps them navigate through their entrepreneurship journey very early. And the third is it creates a broader sense of collaboration in entrepreneurs. So these are the three things which actually helps a lot.
Uh, So my first next question is like, have you noticed any ripple effects or positive outcomes when you are in a local community or industry as a result in your participation with Youth Collab?
Yes, a lot actually. When I talk about it, so there has been now communities formed. So when I travel across India for work or for anything else, it's just a matter of sending a message or reaching out to the people whom I know from Youth Collab. Met a few of them back in COP 28 this year. So that collaboration, that wherever you go in key events or key cities, you have people who are equally working hard to create their startup. Equally working hard, they are there to talk to you, to understand your problems, to share there and then talk it up. So it becomes a very, very supportive kind of a community.
Okay. So next question is like, what advice, if you want to give any advice to the aspiring entrepreneurs who are just starting their journey, so what advice can you give?
So, as I told earlier, my only advice would be to show up. That's the key thing. So, consistency is something which beats a lot of problems out there. So, I think yeah.
Okay. And the next question is like, can you share some of the, best moments in Youth Collab? I mean, which helped you a lot in your startup journey?
Okay, I'll again go to the similar answer there, where one of the best moment was mentor matchmaking. So that's something definitely a plus. One-on-one with mentors, that's second, and third was the final day pitching, which is three moments which helped me a lot and stood out in my journey personally.
Okay. Was there any, exposure to you, I mean, recognition after Youth Collab participation, after participating in Youth Collab?
So, exposure, yes, not in terms of recognition, but now we are exporting our products in three countries. So, due to the exposure and the credibility program like Youth Collab creates, it helps us put forward that, okay, this is where we are able to put businesses in new countries, especially in African subcontinent. So, we are now there in three countries. That's what happened after Youth Collab, and now we are trying to see what all places which we can go and get things done.
So, what is your next plan about your startup? Like, what's next?
So, for us, things are very simple. Now, what we are doing is commercializing our heating and cooling plate solutions. So now we have an entire new range of product which is coming up, which would be battery operated utensils per se. You don't have to have a cooktops. You directly have utensils which are battery operated, and you can cook in it. So that's something a very interesting segment we are coming up with. Another is food pods. So that's another segment which we are tuning up to. That today's food trucks, almost all of them are illegal per se. So that's where, because they have cooking activity happening on another fuel source, which is your petrol or diesel or CNG. So now we are trying to see where portable or movable or hookable food pods can come in for each applications from 25, 50 to 75 square feet. So these are the plan for this year and seeing how the product comes out.
Okay. That's all my question. Thank you so much, for joining us for today's awareness workshop. And so we do have three themes this time for Youth Collab 6th edition. So those three, I mean, these three themes are like very interesting. So I would just like to, just say those, like, what are those three themes? The first theme is like agriculture, fintech, and insurtech for small and marginal farmers. And the second one is like innovative solutions for indigenous groups and or tribal communities. And the third one is assistive technology and solution. So these are the three themes which we are calling for application for this year's Youth Collab India. So startup who are working on these three themes, below these three themes can apply. So if you want to be a part of this Youth Collab journey, then you have to apply, and application form is available on the micro site. So you can find it over there. So Aditya, I would like to conclude it. Thank you so much for joining us for the awareness workshop. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you, and all the best for people who apply for Youth Collab this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aditya.